In 2017, the ARC Rockland launched a fundraising campaign dedicated to expanding our efforts in health, wellness, education, and housing. Thanks to the generosity of families, corporate partners, and friends, we are on the way to the goal of $4.5 million.
We decided to plant a variety of vegetables and herbs. The vegetables, more so things that were sustainable that we'd be able to take and use in the kitchen. The herbs as well, some of the more fragrant, we have rosemary, lavender, things that the individuals can come out and smell during the day. A garden helps the people that we support learn a sense of responsibility. They tend to take more ownership when they see the produce for the things that they've helped and maintained.
We're trying to show the people that we work with different types of cooking, different ways of cooking. Everyone knows food, everyone knows how to cook, but there's a certain way of doing things that are a little bit healthier.
Cook like things that are very healthy, not heavy, you know, like light things to eat. Like you can make chicken that's healthy, fish is healthy, salmon is healthy. Stuff like that with vegetables or grilled vegetables.
We do great stuff. The cooking program forever.
Exercise is important for your physical health, your body, but it's really also more important for your mind. It keeps your mind active, and as we progress and we get older, if we don't keep the mind active, it's the same as not taking care of the body. Zumba is great because it's fun. It's exercise in disguise, and I think people enjoy it so much because they don't feel like they're exercising.
Healthcare at the ARC Rockland is a top priority. With a growing roster of patients, ARC Health Resources, headed up by Medical Director Dr. Andrea Richin, will move from Congers to a larger state-of-the-art location in New City later this year.
I lead a team here at ARC Health Resources, and our team is committed to providing really excellent primary medical care to our population of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It's a group of people that has not always benefited from really respectful, compassionate care. We have individuals who come here for their medical care from the community, from our ARC residences, as well as from programs in other agencies. Our patients are a large group of individuals starting at age 22, once they've graduated from the youth-based services, all the way up to 98 years of age. So you can imagine it's a pretty broad range of people who present lots of individual issues for medical care. I coordinate care not only among the physicians, but also the services such as podiatry, psychiatry, psychology, as well as the speech therapies, language therapies, physical therapies, and occupational therapies, all of which contribute to help an individual either achieve the highest level of functioning or maintain that level of functioning.
Whether one is a preschooler or an adult, education is a lifelong endeavor, and the classroom need not have four walls. At the ARC Rockland's Prime Time for Kids Early Learning Center, a traveling petting zoo gives children the chance to make new friends. As they grow into young adults, they learn the skills necessary to become independent.
It's important for the people that we support to become as independent as possible, and that's to not rely on people to help them with things that you can do for yourself. I love that moment where someone says, I don't need your help, I got this, or I remembered this, or, you know, I talked to my sister and she wants to Skype with me. Can we go over again how to Skype? It's that aha moment where you really help someone gain a little more independence in their lives.
I think when I teach a course where people are employed full-time, I think what they do is they bring part of what they've learned at work into the classroom. And at the same time, what they learn in the classroom, they bring back at work. I think what ARC Rockland is doing is just wonderful. Giving the opportunity for their employees to take a course and really subsidizing their education. I think in today's environment, having a master's degree really gives you an advantage.
I thought about pursuing my master's degree before, but financially I couldn't afford it. You know, I have a 21-year-old daughter who's in college also, and you know, family needs. So it was always the expense that kept me back from pursuing the degree, but I did think about it many times, you know, in the past to pursue it.
The fact that this agency, the ARC, has provided an opportunity for people on a wide range scale with different, backgrounds and ages and things like that. For all of us to be in a classroom together again, it's exciting to know like where I'm good in some things, they might lack, but we help each other out. It's been a really great opportunity to be able to go back to school.
The driving force behind the Forging the Future initiative was largely the ARC Rockland strategic plan, which in 2016 was discussed, and a major piece of the strategic plan for us is the transformation of our residential houses. An eye towards the future. Our goal is to use private funds through contributions to build this initial model house, which we could use to demonstrate to the state and other officials that what people need today are larger living accommodations that can accommodate their needs as they age. Single bedrooms for privacy, wider hallways for evacuation. Donors who have rallied behind the project are going to really be a spark that's going to ignite this and gain interest from other parties, and we're hoping that we can do more of this than just the one model house. Our goal is to support a lot more people.
One of the things that we discovered in this transformation that we've been working on is that the most important thing is everyone wants their own bedroom, and they want to be living with people who are similar to them, similar ages, similar abilities, similar interests. So it really depends on who you're going to be living with in terms of how many people you want to live with.
The focus on residential as a parent is important to me because I feel that my son has to be somewhere where it's going to be safe and he can age. I need to know that one day when I'm not here that he's in a safe environment, thriving and being a productive person.
I'm probably the oldest member of this agency at this point in time. When our daughter was born in 1954, in June 1954. At that time, it was just a fledgling agency. You have to realize that no matter how young your child is when they first go into a residence, they're not going to stay that young forever.
I think designing a home for people with disabilities creates some unique challenges that are different from designing a home for a traditional family. For us, what that means a lot of times is thinking carefully about the human experience of what happens when I wake up in the morning, where do I have my meals, where do I spend time with my friends, how do we design a home that accommodates all of those things in a careful, meaningful way, but is resonant with the needs of the individual who might be living there.
What I've seen as I've gone through this process, which has been enlightening, but also an extremely positive experience for me, is watching not only the board members, but some of the board members are family members and the staff, and the input from the residents that are living in the house, and watching that all come together as they're creating this home of the future, if that's what we want to call it. That's been a rewarding experience, because at the end of the day, we all want to be able to walk into that house and just see people smiling and just living a normal life, and a comfortable life and a barrier-free life.
The vision that began in 2016 for ARC Rockland's Home of the Future is finally coming to fruition, thanks to the generous donation of one donor. On this rolling 1-acre lot in Pearl River, New York, Jim Campbell of James Campbell Construction will build a 6-bedroom, fully accessible ranch for 6 women to age in place.
I'm Jim Campbell. I'm the contractor chosen by the ARC of Rockland to build their home of the future. The house you see behind me is going to be demolished to make room for the new home.
Thank you for helping us to forge the future of the ARC.